So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I just outsource a task that saved me at least an hour today, and it will save me hours more in the future. I often get asked about outsourcing, and I want to break this down to show you almost live how I did this. I've put things together to make it easier to show you on camera, but this is going to walk you through the exact process. So the reason I wanted to do this was because I wanted to basically send a personal email to everyone who's just registered for a webinar that I'm doing tomorrow. And to do that, I'd have to actually go in and send each person an email from my Gmail account. I don't want to use my automation tool, which I use ActiveCampaign for, because it's not so personal. I want to come from my personal account. And I've already had responses back to say, oh, thanks for the personal email. This is great. So I'm getting that connection that I want. But I don't have to go through and do this all myself and send it to all the people that register. It's going to take me ages. So I want to outsource this task to my assistant. So just to put this in context, it's saving about an hour today. I outsource many more than 1 hour of tasks each day. But 1 hour a day equals about 6 weeks when you add it up over the year, or 10 minutes a day is about a week over the course of a year. So you don't have to outsource and offload a lot of stuff to get big results. So let me walk you through the process. So as I said, the background is I want to send these emails. I don't have to do this all myself, but I want to make it personal. So I've got my CRM here on the screen, and I want to basically send a individual email to each person, but not the same email to each person. Got two different types of people. So I did a few of these emails. There's 6 emails myself to come together with or come up with the templates for the emails that I want. So the first type of email is to this sort of person. So this is someone who has been in my list for a while. They've been sent a load of emails in the past. They've opened those emails. They're engaging with content. And therefore, I want to say something about that. Like, hey, I've seen you been opening my emails recently, and I want to get some feedback. And I'll show you the email templates in a second. The second type of person, if I just click on this one, is somebody who's brand new. They've just come through some paid advertising that we've done for this webinar, and they've never had anything from me before. So I want to have a different message to them to make it more personal to that type of person. And so, as I said, the results I've already got. So this is an email I received today, and I've actually had 2 more emails, so 3 in total, of people responding directly. And this one says, the first thing they say, hey, Steve, nice to get a personal email. That's a rare thing when you're marketing to many people. And so this sort of stuff really works and really helps. So if you're one of these people that, if you sent me this email, thank you very much for your reply, and I will be replying to you personally. But this is the sort of stuff that really can make a difference. It makes people realize you actually care, you're actually interested in what they have to say. So to put this together, I shot a video then of me going through my CRM and clicking on an email and showing them how to distinguish between the 2 types of people. I then created some simple email templates, which I put into a Google Docs, so message 1, email subject, email body, and then message 2, email subject, email body. And so the person that's doing this, so my assistant, has then the emails that they're going to copy and paste into Gmail to be able to then send out on my behalf. So that's all set up now. I've got a video showing them what I want them to do. I've got my email templates. And the next thing I need to do is assign this to somebody or to my assistant, but do so in a way that they will be able to do this task without my involvement from start to finish. And so this is how I set this up. So we use Asana as our task management tool. And this is one of my team's task boards. And this is the actual task that I assigned to her. She's done it now. I just moved it back to priorities to show you this video. And so I basically describe what the task is really quickly. I then put the inputs in saying, look, here's the guide, so the video guide that I created. So that took me 5 minutes to shoot that video. There's the link to the ActiveCampaign list. So I've already had that open on my other screen. So I just copy and pasted that in. There's a link to the email templates. This is the account that I want you to use to send the emails from. And I just said, I've already sent them to the first 6, so you don't need to send them, because I did that as I was coming up with the process. But then everybody else on my list for my webinar, she's then going to go and send these emails as a personal email to these people. It then means that I don't have to do that. So it saved me, as I said, at least an hour today. And then going forward, it'll save me much more time in the future. We also put specifically what they're going to do. So they're going to, as a deliverable, so we're going to send an email to each person, what access they need to do this. So they need to be on the right ActiveCampaign list for me, so my CRM list, and they need access to the correct email account. So I've checked that, and that's why I actually add her in this case to that list so she can access it. Quick check, say don't send it to the first 6 again, just a reminder, don't do that because I don't want to send the same email to people twice. And then roughly how long is it going to take? So I reckon 30 seconds to a minute for each email. And so that's basically how I create a task, shoot a video, do it myself a couple of times, shoot a video, create a very well-structured description of the task of how you do it and send it over. That whole thing, because I do this so often, takes me 10 minutes, 15 minutes tops to put that together in this detail. I often just shoot the video and I'll include this information in the video, but I've just spelled it out here just to make it easier for it to see on the screen. But in fact, when I'm doing this live, yeah, as I say, I'll just shoot a video. So it takes me even less time. And now this is then done. I will then get my assistant to do this task as she did this morning. So it's all been done now. And then she will then create an operation manual for this. So in the future, we've got this task ready to be given. So next time we do a live webinar, I can just hand this to anyone in my team and they can do that task for me. So if you want to come along to the webinar I'm running tomorrow, which is going to go into all this in a lot more detail, explain exactly how task boards work, about operation manuals, about how to create operation manuals, how to shoot effective videos, all the stuff you need in order to outsource your stuff quickly and effectively, then come along to the webinar tomorrow. It's totally free to attend. It's at 7 p.m. UK time. The link's going across the scroll now. You'll see the link in the description as well. The full link, this is a bit.ly link to make it easier. So it's bit.ly/SAO-webinar. And when you go to that screen, you'll get presented with this. And obviously you just hit the big red button, register now, and get yourself registered. There'll be time for Q&A on that training as well. And then I will also you'll also get an invitation to come and join our Free Your Time program. So you can either, after the training, you can go and do it yourself and implement it yourself and go away and have a go yourself, or you can get our help and you can have an invitation to come on to that new course, Free Your Time course, at the end of that webinar. So hopefully I'll see you on the training tomorrow. As I say, it's free to attend. Just go to that webpage now, which is scrolling across the bottom or in the description. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you then, and have a nice day. Thank you very much indeed.